stage, it seemed to me. Makeup on their faces, actors took their places next to me. Life walked these streets in a carnival of sights to see. All the cheap thrill seekers, vendors and the dealers, they crowded around me. Have I been blind? Have I been lost inside myself and my own mind? Hypnotized, mesmerized by what my eyes see.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Nitro Licks. Today we're going to learn Carnival by Natalie Merchant. Alright guys, let's have some fun with this Natalie Merchant track. A lot of really great guitar work on this song. We're in E standard tuning. It begins at the intro with a lead. Alright, so the lead, start off on E7. Slowly do a whole step bend. And then release and slide up to the 9th fret on the E. It's like a ghost note, so. Okay. Then next you've got. So slide into the E9, and then A7 and A9. And then you're going to bend E7, release and pull off to 5 without picking, and then slide down to 2 without picking. Okay. Then you've got a pre-bend, G4, B5, pre-bend that G string, a full step bend. Then release it, and then lift up your ring finger, and you're going to go down to that G2, and just back and forth between your G2 and your D4. Okay, so that pre-bend, release it, pull off to 2, G2, grab that D4, back and forth, and now D2 and G2 down to D1, G2 stays the same, and then you're hammering back onto the D2. When you go back to that D1, you're going to climb up the neck now. So, you get down to that D1 again, and now you start to climb up the neck. So, 1, 2 on the D string. 4, 7, 9, 11. Okay, and then we're going to do this. So slide up the neck, a D, up to your 11th fret. 7 probably sounds the best. And then grab your G9. Let those ring out. Okay, and then. So, hammer on to 10 from 9 on B string. Do that 3 times. This is G11, pull off to 9. Come down and grab D11 and then back to G9. And then slide down. Okay? Then you're going to go. So after the and then a little, maybe a quarter step bend there. And then, okay, so that lick is a pre-bend on D9, release it, and then just back and forth between D7 and A9. Okay, and then the last lick in it is this. Okay, so A7, bend it, and then release it, and then slide up to A9. See what I did? A7, bend and release, slide up to A9, and then D7 and hammer on to D9. And then pick D9 one more time and a full step bend. Release it, and then slide up to your D11, a ghost note. And then finish on your B10. Okay, so that last lick again. Okay, that's the intro solo. And we get into the verse, the rhythm. Okay, so that's your verse. So after we come out of that intro lead, it's be like an F sharp minor, right? So just bar across 2, and then on your D you're gonna have your ring finger on that 4th fret. So, and then come down to, well, let's just say your chords in the verse: F sharp minor, an E, E major, and then a D. Okay, so got the chords out of the way. The back to the riff, you got, and then play through that E major, and then you're gonna throw in it. It's like a B sus4. You're just gonna slide up the neck and a double stop on your 9th fret on your D and G strings, and then slide back down. So. Right? Then you're going to throw in that D. And then. Okay, so that's just 2, hammer on the 4, and then hit 4 again. This is your D string. Rake across the strings twice before if you want. And then that's your B4, slide up to 5 and back to 4. And then. See how I did that? So I'm going to do it nice and slow. That's that G4. Bend it and release it. Pull off the 2. Land on D4, and then down to D2, hammer on back to D4. And then back to that F sharp minor. And then it's kind of the same chord, but up here, way up here on your G11 and your B10. Slide into it, right? And then back to the E major. Slide up to that B sus4 again. And now we're gonna throw this lick in. So you're already there. Just bar across 9. And on that B9, hammer on to 10. And then hammer on and pull off. And then it's 9 on G, 9 on D. So. And then back to that D. And then here you got a kind of a variation on. And then back to the. Okay, that's the end of the verse. Hey guys, real quick, hit that like button and or leave a comment if you're enjoying this lesson. All right, so now we're gonna get into the chorus. I'll play through it for you and then we'll come back, take it apart slowly, okay? So it's kind of like this. Now we're in verse 2. Okay, so the chorus. Think of it as chords. An A. Okay, an A. So that's 4. You're gonna put your finger on that 3rd fret now. Okay. And now you're at A5, A5. Now you've got your pinky on that B5. And now just add in the E5. All right, so those are the chords, and it's played like this. Right? Then we go to. It's like a part of an E major that, you know, it's just your D2 and your G1. And then hammer onto that G2. Okay, your middle finger is already on that D2, so I just used it to slide into the D4. Come back and grab that D2 and then open D. And now, a D chord. Okay, so we go from a D to a D 5th. You're gonna add that sharp 11. So that's your D 5th, add sharp 11, and then D 5th, and then back to the. Back to the verse. I messed that up, but anyway. And as you see, we have several variations of that. We've also got the. That's how we come out of the verses into the chorus. And then you've got the. That's how we come out of the first chorus into the verse. It's this. B4, hammer on the 5. Pull back off to your 4. Hit that E5 and then G2, bend it. And back to an F sharp minor chord, right? Then a few bars later we've got the. It's like the last lick, but instead of, you've got, and then back to the verse. Okay. All right, so that's how you play the chorus. we've got let's start with that. So slide from 9 to 11, hammer on to 12 from your D11, pull off, and then come down, hit that 9th fret again. And then hammer on from 9 to 11, pull off, and then land on that D7. Then you've got, okay, so just slide up to your D6, and then hammer on to 7 and pull off, and then grab that A9, and then back to your D6, and then D7 twice. See what I did there? Pull off the D6. A7. Back to that D6 again. And then slide from 7 to 9 on A. Then we've got this lick. So, right? So slide into G11, let it ring out, add in that B9, B10, and then pull off from B12 to B10. And then gonna grab B12 and a full step bend, hold it, use your pinky to grab that E12, and then hit B12 again, and release the bend. And then come down to B10, hit it again, and hammer on 12. So, we got this lick. So, E12 to B10, B9, slide back into B10, back to B9, right? And then, so G11, and you're gonna hammer on B9, you're gonna hammer on to 10 and pull off. And then pull off from G11 to G9. Land on D11 and slide down. And then slide right back up to D11, right? So, and then finish with that G9. Pick that once, pick it again, hammer onto 11 and vibrato. Okay, then the last part of the solo goes. Okay, so let's start with that. We're back to that B9 and 10, hammer on, pull off. We've done that several times, right? Back to that G11, we've done that too. Okay? And then pull off from 10 to 9 on B. And then pull off from 12 to 10 on B. Okay? So, and then full step bend. Okay? So, and then, so that's hammering on from 9 to 12 on E. And then, right? B12, E9. Grab that B12 and bend it again. And then hammer on from 9 to 12 on E and pull back off to 9. And then your full step bend on your E12. Hold it and then release it down to E9. And then B10 back and forth. End on B9, vibrato. Okay? So one more time, slowly, that last part.
And that's how you play Carnival by Natalie Merchant. Hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to Nitro Licks Guitar Lessons. Now!